With a tag team sent a cease and desist and more, this is Wrestling Rambles. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. On After the Bell with Corey Graves, Baron Corbin revealed how John Cena helped his career, saying, "I had a lot of conversations with John Cena, and he's the guy that will give you the truth no matter what. There are few people in this business who will do that. Two things that he's really preached on me is always think about what's next. A lot of guys don't do that. When I had a match with him at SummerSlam, he said to think about Monday night. I always try to think of that. The other thing that really stuck with me that John has preached, which I think helped my career immensely, was how do you take what you're given and make it the absolute best you can? We all get promos, we all get opportunities, we all get things that we may or may not want to do. How do I make it stand out? How do I make it amazing? How do I take it and turn it into gold? If you can do that, you'll get longevity in your new career." Mentioning how she wrestled in front of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, former WWE star Steph DeLander said this during an interview. Here's the clip.
Florida just passed a law that you can openly carry a gun without having a permit.
Normal.
Very normal way to live.
They're passing a lot of weird laws in Florida right now.
And I was watching the news the other day and I was like, I can't believe I live here. I can't believe this is reality.
There's a very cool governor there. That's a joke.
I've wrestled in front of him.
Really?
I wrestled for DeSantis, yeah.
How was that? Did you meet him or?
I did meet him, yeah. He came to the PC once.
I want to know more.
We got called in on a Saturday that Ron DeSantis wanted to have a wrestling show for his kids. So him and his family came in and they sat front row and we all beat each other up on a Saturday morning because he wanted to take his kids to see the wrestling.
And he thinks the drag shows are dangerous.
Yes, drag shows, no good.
Wrestling? Yeah.
Good. It is funny if he becomes president, then I've technically wrestled in front of the president.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
And he might become president.
He might.
Giving an update on plans for LA Knight in WWE, Dave Meltzer said on Wrestling Observer Radio, they're not burying LA Knight, they're just taking their time. Ringside News added that it was also noted that they are very much in control of this one because if they didn't see something in LA Knight, then he wouldn't get special promo time. WWE realizes that they have something with LA Knight and they will push him. They're producing him as if he is a star, they're putting him in a position to be a star, but he just hasn't had his big win yet. During that same interview, Baron Corbin talked about his return to NXT and the creative freedom that comes with it. "I saw that NXT is a place where I could make some changes in myself and my career, and that was the plan going in, and I think it's been a successful execution of that plan. Shawn Michaels is letting me do me in a sense, and then sculpting what I bring to him versus handing me, hey, this is what we're doing, this is where you're going, this is who we want you to be." He's going, hey man, you've been around the block, what do you want to do? Where do you want to take this? What can we do for you in a sense of creative outlet and opportunities? He's let me kind of take the ball and run with it. Reviewing Darby Allin's promo from AEW Collision last week, Jim Cornette said on his Experience podcast, Darby says he's going to become the new TNT champion at All Out and he cut a good promo. Darby is coming out of his little shell, his cocoon, his coffin, whatever he was wrapped up in for all that time when he's in front of people, and he's got something to work with. He suggested a tag team match and got the fans to want the match. As hackers are apparently trying to compromise her social media profile, Asuka responded writing, "Stop trying to illegally log into my account. I will check your IP address and report you." Recalling his conversation with Vince McMahon before making his return to WWE, Cody Rhodes told Chris Van Vliet, "That's a good question. I think he laughed. He has that I think he laughed because I kind of snuck in, but I leaned over him, and I think he kind of laughed. I remember going in to talk to him. I wasn't afraid of anything, and I was overcompensating almost. I was very adamant of I'm not. I've used the Bernie Mac reference a bunch, but he walks out and the crowd's kind of booing him. He tells me he's not scared of them. That's really where I was at. It's we're good. Not scared of anything here. Let's talk. And I was almost overcompensating because both Vince and Bruce were so welcoming. So this is the term I can use, sweet and so positive about what I had done. The fact that they knew what I had done and actually were citing different things, I saw this, I couldn't believe it. It was very self-affirming, and it just went like that type of happy-go-lucky. We're talking about I had, Liberty was a year old or maybe not even at that time, and he's talking to me about what it's like to be a dad for a daughter and how special it is. It was just beautiful. And then in the last 20 seconds of the meeting, it was Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, that's where the only business came up, and it was, I told Brandy I would say this, but I was adamant about saying, please don't do one of those, hey, this is the deal, if you leave, it's off the table. Don't do one of those. I have to leave and think about it. I have to. And even in your mind, you're yep, I think we're going to do it. Even in your mind, I have to leave to think about it and take some time because, man, we had made such massive decisions. And I'm kind of a career left turn guy with no way would he do this. Well, he did that. So this one was going to be something similar but really special. Didn't feel like a meeting until maybe the last 30 seconds. Touching on an upcoming bout in AEW, Dave Meltzer revealed on Wrestling Observer Radio, Orange Cassidy and Jon Moxley are going to have a match. We know that for the international title. I think that Moxley is going to win the title because Orange has held it for so long. For a status update on Dustin Rhodes in AEW, it was reported that Fightful Select has learned Rhodes has plenty of time left on his contract. Sources confirmed to Fightful that Rhodes' deal is up in September of 2024. We haven't been told if there was any extension or what led to the changing of dates, but that he has over a year remaining on his contract. Ringside News added that during a December 2022 interview with Busted Open Radio, Dustin Rhodes revealed that his AEW contract had only a few months remaining, with an expiration date at the end of July 2023. This led to speculation about his potential departure from AEW and involvement in his brother Cody Rhodes' angle with Brock Lesnar. However, it has now been confirmed that Dustin Rhodes won't be partaking in that scenario. Talking about their growing frustrations in the tag team division, the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins hinted at a character change, with Montez telling Adam Silverstein on Getting Over, I feel there is huge room for more of a demeanor change, the change that happened towards us. The feeling is real. Last year at SummerSlam was pretty much our last official time on the big stage to go for the tag team championships, and we didn't succeed. That loss stung still to this day. It's been almost a year. The more you get these opportunities and the more time you don't succeed, the more natural feeling of being upset and frustrated, which leads to a possible character change. Whatever you're possibly doing is not working. If the revolving situation keeps happening, the change must happen. Dawkins added, those losses play a lot in my head, a bunch. It's getting frustrating a little bit because you keep getting so close to something and it keeps slipping away. It's right there at your fingertips, and every time you try to do it the right way, it's not gone your way. I'm sick and tired of waiting and going through all these hopes to get to where the goal is of being the champions. Going to start running through mugs in a minute. Ford then said, you look at guys like Roman Reigns and Austin Theory, they aren't doing it the right way, but they've been successful for a very long time. In the back of your mind you go, should I do the way they're doing, or should I keep the righteousness and the ability and everything that has gotten us this far? You reach a plateau of doing what you're doing for a long time and things don't happen, so maybe a change has to happen. Eventually, frustrations do rise and change must happen. Explaining the changes that have been made recently to the hiring process in WWE, Dave Meltzer said on Wrestling Observer Radio, everyone knows that WWE is not hiring a lot of guys. If it was Roosh, then maybe, but he got a higher offer from AEW. They weren't going to go as high as AEW was willing to go for him. If it's someone really big, then they'll hire them, but I don't know if Brian Pillman Jr. is big enough. I was just told that unless it's someone really big, they're not hiring. They've got so many people under contract right now. They really stuck their whatever out for these college athletes they're bringing bringing in, and they got a bunch more that are ready to start on TV. With a fan asking if WWE should fire Bray Wyatt, Conan said this on his Keeping It 100 podcast. Big Bray Wyatt fan, but he's too much trouble. He's got mental health issues, his matches aren't good, and as creative as he is, $3 million for what he's doing? Yeah, get rid of him. When it comes to the future for Lacey Evans in WWE, it does not look great. As Steve Carrier of Ringside News wrote, WWE brought Lacey Evans back to television, and it caused a bunch of problems with Sergeant Slaughter. Then she vanished. We were not able to confirm that the two are related, but Lacey Evans is not getting any creative pitches in the creative team right now. A tag team on the independent pro wrestling scene, August Matthews and Davey Bang, are going by the name The Bang Bros. Now, they have received a cease and desist from adult film company Bang Bros. As Matthew wrote on Twitter, not $1 million wrestling contract. Guys, this isn't the real one. Was gonna risk losing my 04 Corolla. We'll have the real one at freelance. $10 pictures with it all night. Come see us. Davey Bang replied, damn, even after I subscribe to them, they still do this? And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.